family, and everybody. It's good to see you again. Thank you for coming on the show. This is the New Life channel by Uncle Tony. Tony Lamptey. He's back again. Tonight, we're going to be discussing a very serious, an extremely very serious issue. And it has to do with child abuse. I know a lot of people know about child abuse. I know some people have gone through the experience of child abuse. But the type of child abuse we're going to talk about tonight is a little bit different. Now, we're not talking about kids being beaten up by their parents or by some elderly. No. We're not even talking about young girls being abused by elderly men or sexually abused by elderly men. That's not what we're talking about tonight. But what we're going to talk about is the male child being abused by elderly female. Oh yes, did you hear me? Let me repeat myself, just in case you didn't hear it. Young male boys between the ages of 6 and 12 or 13 being abused by older female ladies. Now those older female ladies could be aunties, they could be family friends, they could be somebody that has a relationship with the parent of the boy. Now, in the past, what we've always heard is that, oh, some men abuse a young girl, which is wrong. And I think men who do that ought to be jailed. I have no qualms in talking about that. I dislike and disrespect men who abuse young girls. That is a no-go area for me. I got 3 girls of my own, so I know how I would feel if I hear that an elderly man touched one of them. So it's a no-go area. But now let's reverse the issue. The issue now is young boys being abused by elderly ladies. My friends, there's something going on. And this is something we don't talk about. Why? Because there are so many reasons for that. In fact, the reason why we don't talk about it is because, quote unquote, it is shameful for the young boy to come out and tell that an elderly female abused him. In fact, even if he mentions it to his own friends, some of the friends will react and go through the mental agony that he's going through. There are other reasons for that. Most aunties or most elderly females have things they use in tricking the young boys not to talk. Part of it is the gifts. And I'm going to tell you something. This is something that in most households, and the reason why we don't talk about it is because we don't pay it any attention. And be very careful. Where you see your son between the age of 6 and 12 always hanging around a female elder, an auntie, a friend of the mother, a close distance of the family, sleeping over, be very careful. And I'm saying be very careful not because I have the fact that he has done something, but open your eyes. Open your eyes and watch carefully. Whenever you say, oh, I love Auntie B, oh, I love Auntie T, oh, Auntie somewhere, open your eyes. You the father, you the mother, watch out. Something is going on. I'm going to have a show one day, and it's coming up pretty soon. The man who was abused by an auntie of his, abused by a friend of the mother. And when I say abused, I'm talking about sexually abused. Just like male abuse of the young child girl. But in this case, is the female abusing the young child boy. And what do they do to them? Well, one of the things they do is to lure the kid, the young boy, to come over and spend nights and sleep and all that. And they give them good food, give them sweets, candies, buy the toys, do all the things that they ought to do. And that's very common. In fact, they gain the confidence of the young boy. And the young boy falls in love with Auntie B, Auntie C. Oh, Auntie, I want to go spend the night with Auntie. I love Auntie. Auntie is so good. Auntie is so... When you start hearing that, be careful. And that saying is true. One of the things we found out in our investigations is that one, the young boys do not talk. Why? First of all, they do not tell their friends because their friends will laugh at them. Two, they do not tell their father because fathers are not closer to their sons to discuss such issues. They do not tell their mothers because mothers, as close as they are to the mothers, the aunties have won the heart of the boy not to tell the mothers what she is doing to him. So they will not. In fact, they may not even tell their siblings, and he has no outlet. And so we're going to be talking about this topic. I'm going to invite a gentleman who went through this process and it affected him mentally. And you will say, why? Well, just as it affects young girls, it also affects young boys. To make matters worse, we have young boys who are also abused by males. That is another subject on its own completely, where elder males abusing young boys. But today we're just going to talk about elderly females abusing young boys. This man who's going to come on told us the kinds of things he had to do. Elderly female showed him what to do. Sometimes, some of these things are graphic, and I do not want to go into detail. Things that was not in the right proportion for a young boy to do. But it did happen. And it is happening today. And so for those people who think that only young females are abused, well, you got something new coming to you. A lot of young males are being abused now, and it is so rampant now that it has become a very serious issue. And so we're going to invite this gentleman to come talk, give us his experience. What happened? How did it happen? How did you fall for it? Who did you tell? Why didn't you tell anyone? What was used to influence you not to speak? How do you feel today? Did this show have an impact? The events of your childhood have an impact on your life today? These are the kind of questions we're going to be asking him. And I tell you, do not be surprised as to some of the answers you're going to hear. They are very graphic, but we'll make sure that they are detailed in a manner that is very, very reasonable and not abusive. There's going to be what we call decency in presentation. We're not going to be using the kind of language that shouldn't, because this is a matured audience, and I want to keep it like that. So there will be decency in delivery, there will be decency in presentation, and of course there will be decency in the discussion. So welcome to the New Life channel. We're going to be talking about this in the next video. In one of the videos we're going to have, where we're going to invite this man who will tell us about his experience as a child in the hands of one of his aunties and the hands of one of his mother's friends who abused him as a child. And he says that there are so many people he knows that also went through this trauma, and they are suffering from that trauma today. Well, ladies and gentlemen, my audience, I don't know what your opinion is. I don't know what you think about it, but I'm sure morally you know it's wrong. But give us a call. Let us know what your opinion is. Send in your comments. Let us know how you feel about it. And if you have any other suggestions of how this should be resolved, let us know. But we're going to hear from the man, and he's going to come talk to us, and we'll announce it before he comes. We'll let you know what day it should be, and we'll go from there. Thank you very much. We really appreciate your coming, and the train is about to move, and Mr. Tony Lamptey is going to get on the train, and we get going. Thank you so much, and God bless you. We out of here. Thank you. Hey, by the way, don't forget something. Do not forget to like and share And absolutely do not forget to subscribe. Look, I'm going to do you a favor. I'm going to bring you great presentations.